Solomon once said in the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 9, "The mind of a person plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps." You know, if we look closely at life, we'll realize how easily human plans can fail, right? Human nature can build an empire of plans, but it can never buy a divine calling. And no matter how much we desire and plan things, I believe human control remains an illusion. To our honorable commencement speaker, Ms. Janet Dural, our distinguished guest, Dr. Michael Amuy, our TASDA Provincial Director, Engineer Hilda G. Renido, Doctor of Education, our Chat Program's President, Mr. Felix G. Alcalor III, and our respected Administrator and Regional Marketing Officer, Mr. Edgar C. Balasta, and dedicated faculty and staff, proud parents and families, and to our online viewers, and most importantly, my fellow graduates of the class of 2026, good afternoon. Sometimes, what happens beyond our plans reveals the direction we truly need. And I think many of us can relate to the reality of our written plans. Well, in my case, as someone who loves writing down all of my plans and desires, my entire journey here in CCDI was never included. But the main reason why I ended up here is because I was trouble-hearted, and I just suddenly made a decision since I needed distance to heal. So basically, I never prepared for this. I never expected that God would bring me here. But looking back, in the middle of my weakness, I didn't realize this was exactly the redirection I needed. And I know many of us here entered CCDI carrying something. Maybe a deep reason, maybe pain, maybe confusion, or maybe nothing, just going with the flow. But whatever our reasons were for being here, today, we stand holding the fruits of that journey, proof that every step was worth it. And through it all, it was not our strength alone, but the hand of God that worked within us, guiding, shaping, and carrying us to this very moment. Now, as I look around this place, I am reminded that we are no longer the same people who once stepped into CCDI for the very first time. We have changed. And as Father said during our baccalaureate mass, we have grown, and in many ways, we have been transformed. So let us not believe that people never change, because the truth is, people do change. We are constantly evolving through neuroplasticity, meaning everything we experience, every person we meet, even the way we see the world, changes over time. And the person sitting beside next to you has probably become part of who you are today. We are a mosaic of every connection we've made here, and we will never be the same person we were 2 years ago. And a big part of that growth came from our teachers, mentors, and especially our Tatay Ed. They believed in us. They imparted to us the wisdom and knowledge that God blessed them with. They followed their calling to guide, to teach, and to nurture. And because of them, we were pushed beyond our limits, supported through challenges, and gently led to realize, ay, kaya ko pala. And once in their lifetime, before they became who they are now, they too were among those who trusted themselves to God. And until now, they continue to trust, just like we do now. And for that, we are truly grateful. Many of us, before entering CCDI, only had small glimpses of potential. So, whether it was part of your plan to end up here or not, this is what God knew you needed. He redirected our steps towards CCDI, where those small sparks of potential were nurtured and allowed to shine. Since coming to CCDI, many of us felt seen and challenged to discover strength we never knew we had. And I believe I can speak for all of us when I say CCDI never wasted or ignored a single talent in every student it molded. Am I right? Am I right? Yes. Look at what we've done. In just 2 short years, we achieved things we once thought were far beyond our reach. And maybe that's the beautiful thing about life. We make our own plans, but sometimes we don't realize that God is quietly working behind the scenes, redirecting us toward the people and the places we truly need. Now, to our families, especially our parents and guardians, this achievement belongs to you as well. Thank you for your support without complaint, for your trust, for your patience, understanding, and unconditional love, even when life became heavy. We may not have chosen who our parents would be, but we believe God gave us the exact people we needed to shape us into who we are today. Not perfect by the world's standards, but perfect in love, sacrifice, and purpose. And today, we want to assure you that we will do our very best to honor your sacrifices. Wait for us. The day will come when we can give back, fulfill our shared dreams, and provide a life you truly deserve. And to those who have absent parents, whether physically or emotionally, and to those who lost them along the way, our strength matters. I know God has never forsaken us. God has been a father to all of us. We owe everything to our provider, not just financially, but for our whole being and all aspects of our life. And as we stand here, ready to step into different paths, we have to accept a quiet truth. After this, we will slowly drift apart. Some will stay in touch, some will become memories, and some may become strangers again, but that's not something to grieve. It's simply the bittersweet reality of the life moving forward. Before we take those separate paths, I want to thank each and every one of you, my fellow CCDIans, and my classmates, lahat po ng sa CCDI Senior High School Department at lahat po ng mga naging teacher ko. I am deeply grateful to have walked this journey with you, to have served you, and to have been your friend. Thank you for being my destiny helpers, the people God used to shape my story. My fellow graduates, despite everything we've been through, one thing is clear. We are stronger than we once thought we were. The struggle changed us, yes, but they also prepared us for what lies ahead. Maybe some of us are still afraid of tomorrow. Maybe some of us still feel uncertain about what comes next. But through every mistake, heartbreak, loss, and redirection we experienced, one thing became certain: God never abandoned us. We do not need to have everything figured out right now. We only need the courage to keep moving forward, to keep believing, and to keep walking with God. Because if our mistakes and struggles were able to lead us here, then imagine where faith and growth and purpose can still take us next. Class of 2026, we made it. Congratulations, graduates, and may God bless us all. Thank you.